Hey, breaker 15, breaker 15. I'm at the public library trying to do PoDu live, but I got to keep it real. Y'all know I can't be phony. I was in the library doing my thing on the computer. A young man came and sat next to me. He was so musty. I got dizzy. I thought I was gonna vomit. I almost passed out. So y'all gotta work with me. I'm still under the effects of the mustiness. Okay. Whew, it was a barn burn. Kim Kardashian and her $60 million mansion was broken into on Sunday, yesterday. The audio captures the moment cops raced to the scene around 3:45 p.m. After Kim's security team called the police. She got a rag to tail security team, I tell you that. Anyway, a suspect, he forced his way into the crib, right? He took several items. 27 years old, right? Old burglar. Anyway, and he struck while the mansion was being, when they redoing the damn thing, right? So he went through a little jank and broke in the jank, took a little stuff, So on his way out, he seen one of her staff members' Lex, a white Lex. He jumped in the Lex, pulling off, this, that, and the third. Police chase him, apprehend him, and they arrest him. He had no weapons on him or nothing like that, right? And it got me to thinking, what kind of security team did she have? One dude, 27 years old, he called the law. It was a big fiasco and all this stuff came. Police came, this, that, and the third, right? They went overboard with it, right? And she and her children, they were staying somewhere else and on some rental property due to the place being renovated. That's the word. I told y'all I messed up from the must, man. Y'all excuse me, okay? Now, back in October 2016, people dressed as police stormed a luxurious apartment on Paris Rue Tronchet. Y'all like that? Paris's Rue Tronchet. Yeah, I do that too. Around 2:30 in the morning, right? They handcuffed the porter. Ran upstairs to Kim's room, right? So when they get in Kim's room, they lock her in the bathroom. All right. Now, while she locked in the bathroom, check this out. Now, this was gets to me. All right. She had $9 million worth of jewelry, a $5 million jewelry box, and a ring valued at $3.5 million. 17 people was eventually arrested, right? And some people say she did it for a publicity stunt. But she wasn't the Kim K she is now. Around that time, she was worth like 30 million. Now she's a billionaire. So this is my thing. Regardless of your status, stature, and money you got, why would you be traveling with $9 million worth of jewelry, a $5 million jewelry box? I can understand the ring. Why? What's going on? Well, I guess that's what the aristocrats and the rich folk do. Hey, I ain't no hater. But at the same time, when I'm doing my research and reading and watching videos and stuff, I see Northwest, her eldest daughter, all around the United States with Kim nowhere around. Something ain't right with that picture, man. And now somebody done broke into the house. There's a big deal about material things being taken, but it doesn't seem as that much concern about your seed, about your child. That's 13 years old getting these piercings and being around adult men with all the things that goes on in the industry. That's some food for thought. Now, SUGE KNIGHT, he had spoke from prison, right? And as the only remaining live witness to the unaliving and assassination of old Pop, he told the people, look, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't come get me. It ain't my beef. Okay? So, You know, this happened almost 30 years ago, right? And right now, he doing a 28-year bid for intentionally running over some dudes at a little restaurant and unaliving one of them. I seen the video. He ran on top of him, kirked out, right? So he doing 28 years, right? Now, this is my thing. Dwayne Kiefer D. Davis, right? Top gang member. He put the hit out on Pop for the fight. So Suge say ain't got nothing to do with it, ain't going to testify because jury selection is today. Here's my thing. I know how some folk feel about quote-unquote snitching, which is the dumbest shit in the world to me, especially among black men with that foolishness. Ain't none of that, no stand-up ass, anybody doing that. Anyway, if this is my guy, and the way he was gunned down, you wouldn't want justice for him? I know how I feel. How y'all feel about that? Because I know y'all gangsters on that snitching stuff, but how y'all feel about him saying, I don't want to go to court, I don't want to testify, I don't want to have anything to do with that? You know what I mean? The man possibly walk away scot-free after 30 years, all his pain that his mother and his family went through. You know, that's something to just think about. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. All right. Now, they have a video of Orlando Brown smacking Ray J in the face with a stack of $100 bills. We know Orlando Brown, you know, they say he got some mental issue, but he say he doing that to stay alive because of the things he putting out there on these celebrities. He playing con, he says. Then we know Ray J got some things going on. He came out and said he's with the gay nation and all that celebration, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Ray J has suffered some mental illness. Matter of fact, I seen another video. He's at the airport. He accosted this little pretty white girl. And like she was embarrassed to be in the video with him. You know what I mean? Ray J, he losing his swag and losing his shine. And Magic Johnson, he said he purchased over 125 Starbucks, sold them back to the company, and used that money to pay $2.2 billion for the Los Angeles Dodgers. See, that's a boss move. He ain't buy no weight or no drugs and put it back in the community and kill his community, none of that. That's a boss move. That's a business move. You know what I'm saying? Then he comes out and say in 2014 he paid $10 million for the Los Angeles, him and his team paid for the Los Angeles Sparks. Okay? So in doing so with the Sparks, he said he felt like he wanted to sell them and wanted to sell them and wanted to sell them, but he didn't. And wound up being a wise move because now the WNBA and women's basketball has taken off. So now they worth way more.